Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm good. Good. My name is Rick, and you're Leticia. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm Leticia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Brazil.
Brazil. Where in Brazil?
I'm calling from the north of Brazil, a state called Rondônia.
Okay. I haven't been there. Last July, yeah, just about a month or a year ago, my wife and I were in Brazil for about 2 weeks in Sao Paulo.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we came down there for a convention that went on. They brought in like 40,000 people for it, and we had it there in some place in Sao Paulo. I don't know. It was a big place, and it was actually pretty nice. So we were there about 2 weeks. We really enjoyed Brazil.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So how long have you been learning English?
Well, I think that I am in Cambly since last November.
Oh
It's
wow. Okay. All right. Very good.
a
Very.
good
Did
time.
you Yeah, did you take English before joining Cambly, like in school or anything like that?
Yeah, yeah, in the school, and I studied in a English school for almost 1 year. But
Okay.
my first class in Cambly was horrible.
Was it really?
Yeah, now I am much more better. Much
Okay, good.
good.
Yeah, you're much better.
Yeah,
Yeah, much better. Right. Very good.
thank you.
Very good. Yeah, very good. All right, very good. So now I see you have a lesson plan here.
Yeah,
Is
but
this
I'd
uh,
like to ask something. I
sure?
Today I just like to talk for
Okay.
15 minutes, not the lesson.
Okay, no problem at all. So I tell you what, why don't you tell me about you?
Wow, I'm Leticia. I am 26. I Porto Velho. It's the capital of Rondônia. It's a state in the Amazonia rainforests.
Okay.
Um, I really like to live here. I am married. Let me see.
Do you have any children?
No, I know.
No, that's it. That's it. Okay.
I really like to learn English. When I was child, I
Uh-huh.
talked to my friends, and one of them had English in his school. Yeah, and
Okay.
I I have stayed imagining how it was talked in another language, and
Uh-huh.
uh, I don't know. I think that it was a dream for me. I thought that it was too long because studying another language in Brazil, it's too much expensive. So
Uh-huh.
Cambly, I think that Cambly is a good tool because of that. Because we
Well, good.
can study another language, training with native teachers,
Mhm.
and we can improve our English. It's not so expensive than
Good.
English school. Sorry.
You're doing very well.
Thank you.
Yeah, very well. Very well. Excuse me. So, so now, is there a reason you wanted to learn English? Is it for a job or just on your own or what?
No, I think that it's more like a drill. I don't know. I always feel like I feel like I would like to learn another language. And English,
Okay.
I think that English is the main language that people learn. And
Right.
but I want to learn Spanish. I want to
Oh, do you? Okay.
learn. Oh, sorry.
No, do you? That's good. That's good because you speak Portuguese right now, right?
Yeah, but it's really hard. My grandmother, oh sorry, my mother-in-law, she is Bolivian and she is fluently in Spanish, but it's really hard for us because some words are similar, but the meaning it's totally different.
Yes. Yes. My wife and I, after we left Brazil, okay, we actually moved to Colombia. Okay, and we were in Colombia for a year. We just
Wow.
actually left. Yeah, we lived there for a year. We got there in July and we left there in June. We were going to stay till the end of June, but with the virus, we had to take the plane out we could get, and it was around the 1st of June, so we left. And we had some family things to take care of back in the States, so we went back and took care of it, and then we moved to Mexico. So right now we're
Wow.
in Mexico. Yeah, we just moved here a couple of weeks ago, so just got
That's
actually settled
really,
into our house and stuff. So it's kind of neat. And we, living in the United States is nice, but it's also very expensive, and
yeah.
I mean extremely expensive, and it's very stressful.
Why?
It is. Well, because there's so much to do, okay? And it's like everybody wants you to do something all the time and right away. It's like they can't just slow down and enjoy life. It's like they're in a rush all the time. No matter, if you go to the grocery store, they almost run down the aisles getting food, It's like,
Mm-hmm.
and it just makes you want to, you get tense and things. We finally said, okay, we're not going to do this. We want to just kind of take it easy a little bit and slow down. And so we got to Mexico. Well, we've been in our place now a week, and we were in Cancun a week. Um, so yeah, we were going to live in Cancun first off, but then we
Mm.
found a place about halfway between Cancun and Belize.
Wow,
It's
that's
yeah,
really, really
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, so and it's really nice. It's away from the beach. It's a ways back. It's actually the town. I never knew that they had jungles in Mexico. Okay, but this town is in the middle of a jungle. It's really neat. It
Yeah.
really is. So, but yeah, we're getting kind of used to it now. We're us and the geckos. They're running around here and stuff. We're like those little lizards that run around inside your house. They're little baby lizards that eat mosquitoes and stuff like that.
Mm.
Do they have those in Brazil?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand this part.
Okay, they have little bitty lizards.
Lizard, what
They call
is
uh, they call them a gecko. Have you ever
gecko?
heard of a gecko?
Oh, oh yeah, I know lizard. Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, lizard. Okay, so they've got these little guys, and they run all over the place. And it's like we moved in here, and I saw one. I don't like geckos, so
Yeah.
I got rid of him, and then there was like three or four more. So I got rid of all of them, but it's like they always want to come in, and people tell me, no, let them in. They don't bother you. They just eat the flies or bugs or anything that
Yeah.
come in your house. And
They
I'm like,
are cool
you know,
guys.
I know, I know. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to get used to them again. I used to live in Japan, and we had them there, and I really didn't like them there, but they didn't have as many there as we do here. Yeah, so yeah, but anyway, so we found this house, and it's a nice house, and it's We just got in here like a week ago, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in the house just about a week now. Finally got all our appliances delivered today or yesterday, I guess. And so now
Mm-hmm.
we can actually cook at the house,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. So, but yeah, it's good. So
Yeah.
we're doing okay now. So, but we'll be here for at least a year. We'll probably be here longer. We'll probably just keep staying here for a while. So,
That's cool.
yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah. My wife and I, when we went to Colombia, our plan was to stay in Colombia a year because that's how long you can stay on a visa,
Mm-hmm.
and then leave there and go to Brazil for
Mm-hmm.
6 months because
Wow.
that's as long as you can stay in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Then we were going to go to Panama and stay 6 months, then go back to Colombia, and then kind of do the same thing around again, so we could just
Mm-hmm.
keep doing that. And after we were in Colombia a year, and then with the virus, it's like, okay, we can't really fly, we can't, do anything. So we decided, Mexico, we can go there and we could stay forever if we want to. So we just decided we're going to go to Mexico and we'll, stay a year and then we'll decide. So
Wow, that's insane.
yeah, so,
I really like to live in my country, and I don't know. We always, when we born in a country, we always have a vision about a point of view about another countries, and I
right.
see that our culture, United States, and the Brazilian culture is very different, and I
Hmm.
think that the Latin America, can I say that? Latin America is very different from the United of States, and
Hmm.
I really like my culture. It's and I feel like that, like you, and I never lived in United States. You are very busy, very always have to doing something, and
Yeah.
I didn't understand you. And when people that live in the United States talk to me, they told me about that you you don't just sit down and have your lunch with your family, and
Right.
it's very weird for us because it's like a
Hmm.
tradition. It's almost
Yeah.
almost like I don't know, like a whole. Can I say that holy hour, the lunchtime?
Uh-huh.
So
Right.
it's really weird.
Yeah. Yeah. In the United States, most families, okay, will maybe have one meal together during the whole day.
Mhm,
It's like they won't have breakfast together because, like, the dad or the husband will go to work early, right?
mhm,
And then the kids will have to go to school a little bit later, and then the mom will have to do what she's going to do. So they don't really have a chance then.
mhm,
And lunchtime, they don't have a lot of opportunities because the kids are at school or dad's at work. He can't come home, things. So then at dinner time, that's when most of them try to get together. But there's so much going on. It's like the kids are like, well, we can't stay for dinner. We've got friends we got to meet. And the dad's saying, I got to work late. Or the wife has to say, I got friends,
mhm.
something going on. And it's like, it's been most American families, they don't see each other very much. It's not very good, you know.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. I think that no, I don't know, because we Brazilian have the fame. Can I say this? We have the fame of lazy people. Uh,
uh-huh,
and this is very, very. I don't know. I don't like that because we are very workers.
uh-huh, uh-huh,
Yeah, we work a lot. We
uh-huh.
I don't know. It's very different culture. So I think that uh, we we don't have to judge someone because the way of live. You know.
Yeah, I do, and like in America, what the thing is, you know, I would say Americans are more lazy than anybody. Okay, because what most of them do is, they get up in the morning, they go to work,
Hmm.
but then the rest of their time is all on recreation. You know, they they basically only do things they have to do to get by. A lot of them will, like, instead of going to the grocery store and buying food, they'll go online, order their food, and either have it delivered or just swing by and they'll carry it out and put it in their car and they go home. I mean, it's not, or they'll eat out all the time. Eat it, go to restaurants and eat out or drive-throughs, and it's not. You find yourself, but at the same time, you're so busy, like work and things like that. You're under so much stress that you're like, okay, this is my time to enjoy it. I don't want to have to fix dinner, so I'm just going to go through a drive-through. I don't want to, so I'm just going to do this. But in reality, what you're doing is just causing more problems. And
Hmm.
I honestly think this virus slowed a lot of people down and made them
Hmm.
really stop and think about it, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think that in Brazil we have this problem mm,
Uh-huh.
in the big cities. So São Paulo, Rio, people are busy too. But I don't think so. I don't think that the same way that American people. I don't know. I really don't know because I never live in the United of States, but
Right.
close friend told me one time that the medium American it's like Homer Simpson. It's really like the Homer Simpson, and
Yeah, it's pretty sad, but it's pretty close. Yeah, that's right.
so, but I don't have anything against your people. I really
Right.
like your country. I don't. I think that I don't like your president, but it's good. I don't know. I don't like my president too. So
There you go. Yeah. You know, I mean, there's so many people that, like him and then don't like him. And to me, I kind of like throw all the personalities out and say, what does he do? You
mm,
know, he actually got the economy going really, really good, you know, because before the virus, it was the best economy they've had in, 50 years or something. So thinking, okay, he did a good job there. You know, I don't know. Other things he's probably messed up on, but I just
yeah.
try to stay out of it. Like, whatever happens, I
Yeah.
live in Mexico now. I don't have to worry about it. So, you know,
Yeah, yeah. It's good. It's good that you
yeah,
have the opportunity that of know another cultures, traveling and know another people. It's good. Enjoy
right.
it.
Well, when we were in Brazil, a lot of people were talking really bad about your president. You know,
Yeah.
and we're like, what's so wrong with him? But and we never really got any good answers. We have no idea. I mean, all we know is we had to apply for a visa before we got there.
Mm-hmm.
They said you had to have a visa, so we applied for it and we got it.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it like 3 months ahead of time before we were going to get there. And then, like 2 weeks ahead, before we were leaving, they said, okay, you don't need the visa. He's done away with visas now for Americans, so you don't need it. And we're like, oh, great. Okay, we just paid $80 for these visas, and now we don't need them. So I'm thinking that's the only thing we've ever heard about the president of Brazil, except most people don't like him. It sounds like, or the ones we talked to. So,
Yeah, I think that some stuff about our country just people that was born here can see, and it's a little complicated because I don't know. We do not have a good history with politics. I don't know how
Politics, right?
politics. So
Right.
our problem it's not resolved in just 4 years. So it's
Right.
really complicated. But in in the case of our president, he is, I think that he is disprepared, unprepared. Can just
Oh, unprepared.
yeah for this.
Unprepared.
Yeah, because we have the Congress and the president, like you, and
Right.
and I can't explain you. Sorry, it's
Uh-huh.
so deep.
That's okay. That's okay. You're doing fine. You're doing fine.
And he was he was in the Congress, and
Okay. Okay.
yeah, and he didn't experience managing anything. So if you don't have this experience and you want to be a president, I think that
Right.
you have to begin in the beginning.
Right. Okay, I understand. So basically, it's like your president didn't have a lot of experience. He didn't have experience in managing anything and things like that. So he's probably had a lot of rough spots going into his presidency.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I believe that the problem with my president is not because he talks a lot of bullshits.
Uh
Can I
huh.
say that?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
But it's because he is not prepared for
Yeah.
this
He,
court.
right. So basically, he's not qualified
Qualified.
to be the president.
Yeah, to be the
Right. Yeah.
president.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have the proper qualifications. Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right. Yeah.
no matter. I'm sorry. It's a really,
Yeah.
really.
I mean, the United States has that all the time. If you look at the history of the United States, like Barack Obama, right? He didn't have any experience at all.
No. He
You know,
was
uh,
senator. He was the Congress. Yeah.
for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's it. He was a junior senator.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was like
I understand.
he didn't have any experience at all. And then you had Jimmy Carter, who was the president. I don't know, in 1970s. Right? He never was anything. He was a governor of Georgia or something, and a peanut farmer.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was a peanut farmer.
It's an experience.
Yeah, yeah. If you want
Kind
to
of.
make peanuts or peanut butter or something, but yeah. But I mean, so in America, they look at it like, okay, who do the people want?
Yeah.
We also had, now you look at the other side of that, we also had a president who was an actor, right? Ronald Reagan,
Oh,
right?
I didn't know.
Yeah, he was a movie star.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I mean, if you look back, there's a lot of movies with him in him. He was like in the 40s and 50s, 1940s and 1950s.
Mhm.
He was an actor. He was a cowboy. So he was in a lot of Western shows. And he was a good actor, I guess, but he turned out to be a wonderful president.
Hmm.
You know, He did. I mean, he did. He worked a lot of things, you know. So it's just like you just never know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Politics. It's really, really complicated.
it is. Yeah, it's very complicated, you know. So that's why I try to stay out of it. You know, I look at it like no matter what I think, they're going to do what they want to anyway. So just stay out of it and kind of deal with what they give us. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Can I ask something? What do you
yes.
think about my level of English? Do you think I am beginner? I don't know. I am really lost. I can't. Don't know.
Well, I tell you, you're very easy to understand. Okay, I think you're. I don't think you're a beginner. I think you're kind of like an advanced beginner, maybe. Okay, because your vocabulary is good, but I can see you're still reaching for some words.
Mhm.
Kind of searching for certain words to say, but you're very easy to understand. Okay, your accent, everything you speak very clearly, so you're very easy in getting your thoughts across. It's very easy to understand you. Okay, which
Mhm.
is very very
I thank
okay.
you.
And
I try
and
to
you
pray a lot.
uh
I don't know.
yeah, and you have and your personality too. You have a very fun personality, so it makes you easy to listen to and easy to talk to. So that is really really important because there's more than just being able to speak a language. It's actually being able to communicate with somebody.
Mhm.
If that's something you can do, right? So you can get your thoughts across easy and honestly, it's very very good, very good.
Do you think that if I don't know if one day if today I decide to travel to United States, can I live? I don't know. Can I
Yes,
live with every day there?
yes, I think so. Now there's going to be certain things that you're going to have to ask questions about. Okay. Just like, for an example, if you went to the airport and you're like, okay, I need to get from the airport to my hotel.
Mhm.
How do I do that? And you wouldn't know, okay, do I take a taxi? Do I take a bus? Do I take, whatever? You're going to have, just like that, you're going to have to ask questions from
Mhm.
somebody there that knows. It could be the same thing on the language too. Just like you were asking me, okay, what's this word? Or how do you say, something like that when we were talking about the gecko.
Mhm.
All right. Same thing. But you know something? Everybody does that.
Mhm.
Everybody. Even if you're a native American English speaker, you still do that because, see, America is a different kind. Well, I'm saying it's a different kind of country. What it is you have like the Northeast, right? And
Mhm.
they speak English. Everybody speaks English, but they have a different type of an English than, let's say, the Midwestern.
Mhm.
Okay, words that we use in the Midwest in the Northeast will mean something totally different than what we're trying to say. All right,
You mean the
I
accent?
yeah. For an example, all right, in Kansas, where I'm from, you go to a restaurant and you tell the waitress. She says, "What can I get you to drink?" And you say, "I'll have a Coke." Right? That means a Coca-Cola.
Mhm.
Right? You do that in New York, they think you want drugs. They think you want cocaine.
Wow.
Okay? Yeah. Because it's the same word and you're saying the same thing,
Yeah,
but it means something different there. So you have to
I
you have to
understand.
say you have to say, no, I want a Coca-Cola, the drink. Oh, okay, okay. And they look at you like, you know, yeah.
I
So
think that
it's things like that.
it's a big country, and it's in Brazil. It's the same thing because we have
Uh,
so much states. So the
right,
south speaks a different Portuguese
right.
between the.
Yeah, exactly. I went to a McDonald's in Colombia, right? And I was learning Spanish. My wife, she speaks Spanish. She grew up a lot of years when she was a kid in Mexico.
Wow.
So she learned Spanish in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had my Google Translate on my phone, right? Well, we go to McDonald's and I order, and I'm thinking I'm doing really good. I get all the food I want, but I need a straw, right? You know what a straw is, right? Right?
No.
Just a straw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that you, right. Okay. So I'm like, okay, how do I say straw? So I punch into my Google Translate straw,
Sure.
right? And and it has this word. Now I'm not going to say it because it's not a good word. I found out. Okay, so anyway, so I sit there and I look at it and I go up and I said, okay, I need a, and I say this word, and this girl's eyes get really big and she turns red, right? And she's like probably 19 years old. And she turns red, and I'm like, and she's just looking at me with this weird look on her face, and I'm thinking maybe she didn't hear me. So I say it louder, and she just starts going down behind the counter. I say it 3 times, okay?
Uh-huh.
Finally, I just point to the straws, and she, like that, and she gives me a straw, okay? I go back to my wife, and I said, yeah, the strangest thing just happened. So I told her what happened. She said, well, what did you say? So I told her, and she says, okay. She said, I've never heard that word before. She said, we would say, something different. I said, okay. I said, well, that's what it says. And she says, okay. The next day, we were with a friend from Colombia,
Mm-hmm.
and I was telling him that story. And he said, well, what did you say? So I told him the word. And he's going, oh, don't say that. Don't say that. It was such a bad word. Okay. It was a bad. And I kept saying it louder and louder. No, I want to.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
And he did. And I said, no, look at my translation. No, in Colombia, it's different. Don't say that word.
Yeah,
And,
it's a lot of countries that speak Spanish, so some words it's different. Like
exactly.
Portugal and Brazil.
Uh-huh.
We have a word here. When when you meet a girl that is not like a good girl, like a girl that's made everything right. It's like a no, that's a no good girl, and
Right.
that met a lot of boys, and
Yeah, I know what
we
you're saying.
call
Okay.
rapariga. We call,
Uh-huh.
and in
Uh-huh.
Portugal, rapariga, it's like a little girl. So they call you, if you are a little girl, they call you, oh, the
Oh,
rapariga. And here, it's not that.
it's not a good name. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
I
really,
understand. Ah,
I hear about really funny stories about that.
uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Mine was similar to that, but worse. Yeah. It was really bad. So anyway, but what we found out also was in Colombia, you have like Bogota, the capital,
Mhm.
right? They have one form of Spanish. In Cartagena, where we lived, they have a different Spanish.
Mhm.
So, you speak Spanish in Bogota, and they're like, oh, you must be from Cartagena. Or if you speak it in Cartagena, oh, you must be from Bogota because
Mm.
the words mean different. And I'm like,
Yeah,
how do you ever learn Spanish?
yeah. And
Yeah.
if you I don't know, if you travel to Spain, it's I think that it's different. It will be different.
Right. Exactly.
In
Yeah.
Chile,
And that's why I
it
think,
will be different.
yes, yes, exactly. That's why I think that the Google Translate was written for somebody in Spain, not in Colombia.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's what I
funny.
was guessing.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Last year, my husband and I we traveled to Chile, and when
Uh-huh.
how I said before, my mother-in-law is from Bolivia, so my
Uh-huh.
husband have contact with Spanish, and I was like, that's okay. My husband's
Uh-huh.
Spanish, and we
Uh-huh.
when we was in the airport, I discovered
Uh-huh.
that he didn't speak Spanish, not like
All right.
Chile people. So
Uh,
he just can't understand them. So
right.
we have to we had to make some, I don't know, some ja- how can I say,
Gestures.
yeah,
Yeah, gestures.
yeah, it
Yep.
was really funny. But
That's what I'm
uh,
having to do in
sorry.
Mexico.
Oh.
That's that's what I do in Mexico. I, I we were trying to get the internet installed here in the house, and we had went down, and my wife had talked to the girl, got everything set up, and they didn't show up, and to install it. So we were waiting for a delivery where they were bringing, I don't know, the bed or something in. So one of us had to stay here, the other one had to go down and talk to the cable people, and so we're like, okay. I was chosen to go to the cable people. So I get down there and I speak no Spanish, right? So I'm like, I sit there and I type it out on my Google Translate, and then I give it to her, and then she's like, okay, I help you, and then all of a sudden, she sits there and she writes it out in English,
Hmm.
because she went on her Google Translate, and she actually wrote it out in English. Very nice, very nice. And she said that they would be here today at 3 o'clock.
Hmm.
And I said, okay, great. That's what I wanted. What she meant to say was they'd be there tomorrow at 3 o'clock, but
Mm,
that's close enough. I said, at least they showed up, and so, we got it done. So,
it's
but,
funny. You live in Colombia for 6 months. Are you
1 year, 1 year.
1 year? You have to learn Spanish.
I've learned a lot okay, I've got like 3,000 words in Spanish. Okay.
3,000.
I do. 3,000 words. The thing I have trouble with is putting them all together into sentences to where they actually
Mm,
make sense.
yeah.
Okay. I've got a lot of words.
Yeah.
Okay. But like, okay. Okay. That's the English word attention.
Yeah. Teacher.
I'll put two T's in there. Yeah. There's a Spanish word, atención. Right?
Atenção. E
Right?
em português, atenção.
Oh, it's the same thing. So I got words in Portuguese and Spanish. See there, I'm learning 3 languages at once.
You are a polyglot. Polyglot.
There you go. No, I actually saw that on Instagram or Facebook. Somebody said that if you just change a T to a C,
Mm.
it's Spanish,
Oh,
and on TION, and I thought, hey, and I looked at it, it's like 3,000 words, but now it's like I have to. Now okay. Here's the other thing. I can read Spanish. Okay, I just can't write it or speak it very well,
yeah.
but I can read it. So
Yeah. It's like English for the biggest part of for the most part of Brazilian. We can read good. I think that we can read good the good way because
uh-huh.
we have English during all the school, but we can't speak and listen. It's very different
Right.
for us.
Yeah. Yeah. If everybody would write it down for me, I could get it all. Right.
Just a minute,
But that's
my bed is
yeah.
loading. Sorry. Just a minute. Okay. Okay.
Hey, Letitia, one other thing. I do have a reservation starting in just a couple of minutes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
No, that's okay.
was just 50 minutes. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, I do have a reservation that starts here in like 3 minutes. So,
And
but I really enjoyed our conversation.
good talk.
And like I said, you're doing very well, and you would do very well if you visited America and went to places. People would understand you very well, very easily.
Thank you, Rick.
Okay.
Nice to meet
All
you.
right.
See you next
Nice to meet you. I hope we get to talk
time.
again. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.